This is Jay Hare reporting for ATN. We're here in Fort Worth at the old stockyards here, and that's the visitor center we're looking at right now. You're going to see the cattle drive. You're going to see a lot of interesting things here in Fort Worth. Well, we've got the horses, we've got the wagons, and we got the people to fill them here in Fort Worth today at the old stockyards. Well, David, what we're seeing here is the cattle drive here at Fort Worth, the stockyards. Hey, real good. What's your name?
Bobby Greeley.
Bobby, this is some animal you got here.
Yeah, this is a 6-year-old Texas Longhorn.
Well, I'll tell you what, I went to the University of Texas, so this is dear to my heart.
Well, I can see, yeah, it's a symbol of Texas.
He could be Bevo, you know that?
Well, he's a very nice looking steer. He works real good.
Yeah, he does.
He works a 2-hour shift out here.
Well, he's gentle with the children. I saw the kids get on him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you come out every weekend?
Every day except for Thursday. I'm off
Right.
on Thursdays, and we run 3 steers 7 days a week as long as the weather permits.
Okay. Well, say hello to Southern California.
Hi, Southern California.
We're reporting here for ATN, America's Television Network.
Well, hello everybody out there in Southern Cal.
Well, we appreciate that. And what's his name?
His name is Outlaw.
Outlaw. That's a good one.
Yes, sir.
Well, I see you holding onto that horn. We don't
Yeah, I
get
kind of watch that. You know, if he
poked
moves
in the
his head
eye,
around, yeah.
Right. Well, I appreciate you taking time with us today.
Yes, sir.
And it's a pleasure to meet your animal here. I hate to call him an animal. He's probably a friend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yes, he is. He's a pet. He was a bottle-fed baby.
He bottle-fed baby. Do you hear that, folks? How'd you like to feed this one?
Care of her, I guarantee you. He gets him a bath every day.
Yeah.
Gets a little conditioner in his hair.
Yeah. Does he get a chance to get out and run anywhere?
Yes, he does. Yeah. He really likes to play outside there with his buddies.
That's good. Well, I appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Howdy, partner. Come on in and buy something. David, back to you in the studio, and we'll come back here and show you more of Fort Worth's, the stockyards. Oh, everybody likes to take a picture in front of that stockyard sign. Folks, are you looking for some fresh steak? There's plenty of steakhouses here at the old stockyards here in Fort Worth. Well, it says you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. Well, when you walk in, look out. There's a mountain lion right up above the door. We got a longhorn over here, and that must be what that bobcat's looking at. That sounds good. Buffalo butt beer. I mean, who dreamt that up? Yeah, that's what I want. Now here's a bar stool for you. A complete saddle here. There's no seat belt on it, so if you've had too many drinks, you're going to fall out of the saddle, but at least you won't get kicked by the horse. Yeah, Jay Hare reporting for ATN here on the quality of the steak. Very good. My neighbors over here say, what do you say? Excellent. My neighbors here say it's excellent. From Abilene, right? Okay, we got some Abilene people over here. Maybe we'll meet them in a minute. Well, the steak was wonderful, but you know, one of my favorite things in life is peach cobbler, particularly with ice cream on it. What a way to serve it, huh? Is that incredible? Well, you got to come over here to Fort Worth to get this. Yeah, this is the way you do it. This is Texas-style peach cobbler, folks. Well, here we are walking down the street as we see the Fort Worth Stockyard Hotel. We've got the Coliseum, the Cowboy Coliseum, where you're going to see rodeos. There's all kinds of events that they hold here at the Stockyards. Well, we got a cowboy here, Casey Tibbs, rodeo cowboy. He's got his own star in the Walk of Fame here. To be outdone, there's Mabel Strickland, rodeo cowgirls. We've got cowboys, we've got wagons, we've got steers, longhorn steers, and here we are at the Stockyards in Fort Worth. Well, when you get off of the main street out there and you come in behind these restaurants, what do you find but a little oasis here where a little sliver of the Trinity River comes right through here. Now, one of the ladies inside where I had some coffee this morning was telling me that this is going to be widened. They've already approved the funds for it, and they're going to do a little Venice Canal thing, kind of like what they do over in San Antonio with the canals over there. They'll have, you know, the boats coming up and down here. That's going to be really beautiful. Most people miss this. They don't even come out the back and come down here. It's a nice walkway. It goes for several miles up the river here, and it's really peaceful out here. It's a good place to just grab a bite to eat and sit down on the benches and just get away from the crowd. Well, let me give you a little of the history here of this area that I'm standing in. There's a family that's been involved in this stockyard development since way back at the Civil War. It says that Thomas B. Saunders family, a native of North Carolina, Thomas Bailey Saunders, 1816 to 1902, migrated to Texas. After the Civil War was completed, cattle drives to the market in New Orleans and Kansas. Before settling in Bexar, Mr. Saunders came over here. Two of Saunders' 12 children were also involved. It says that they were involved in this cattle industry, and it was William Davis Harris Saunders from 1845 to 1922 helped supply beef for the Confederate forces during the Civil War, and later became a successful Goliad merchant and rancher. Well, I just told you about the Saunders family, and oddly enough, here's a sign that declares this Saunders Park. We got cowboys and cowgirls, and lots of horses and steers, and here we are in Fort Worth. Hello, I'm Jay Hare, representing America's Television Network, an Orange County channel in California. Tell me your name, please.
I'm Brenda. I work with the Fort Worth herd. The Fort Worth herd do cattle drives every day at 11:30 and at 4 here in the stockyards. The Fort Worth herd is managed by the Fort Worth City and the Fort Worth Convention Visitor Bureau. And what we do is represent our Fort Worth history of all the cattle drives that used to come through the stockyards. So our job is to keep that part of our Western heritage alive by driving 18 longhorn cattle down the street with 6 of us on horseback at 11:30 and at 4 every day.
Well, I'll tell you, I was here for the 11:30, and it's very impressive, and the kids just love it.
Oh yeah, we do our education programs during the week and cow camp on the weekend to give a little bit of our history to our visitors coming from all over the world and our kids in our local schools studying Texas history. We wanted to keep our Western heritage alive. We have the authenticity of the 1865 cattle drives through the stockyards daily, and we love to have Orange County come down and visit all of us here in Fort Worth.
Well, say hello to America's Television Network.
Well, hello, America's Television Network. We are the Fort Worth Herd.
Thank you, my dear, and it's really a pleasure to have you on camera, and best to all of you. I have a personal friend. In fact, I called him from here a few minutes ago. He used to be in the same type of Western reenactment over in San Juan Capistrano, you know, where the swallows are. Okay, and they have a whole group of Western reenactment guys over there.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, he loves it as well, and the horses, and it's just such a vital part of our history, really.
Oh yeah, keeping our Western heritage alive, trying to get kids to understand that there was really a life before McDonald's and Walmart is really a challenge for us here at the Fort Worth Herd. We try to show them how the cattle drives were back in that time period, eating out of a chuck wagon, driving longhorns up to 3,000 head down the streets.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very awesome job, and we appreciate it.
Well, this stockyard was really where they drove the cattle in here, and
it was the last supply point before they went on up to Kansas. What we do is the cattle drive started after the Civil War, where the South lost and the North had lots of money. Well, the South had all kinds of millions and billions of longhorns here. Up there they had money and no beef to eat, so the Texans got together and drove cattle all the way up to Kansas. So that's the time period that we represent.
well, I was just down on this little sliver of the Trinity River and read about Mr. Saunders and his family.
Yeah, that's the time period that we represent, and that's the Chisholm Trail that we represent going up there. We as the Fort Worth Herd, we ride for the brand. Would you like to see our brand?
Yes.
See our horse? It is a backwards F that's looking into our Western heritage where the cowboys and all the cattle drives came through. And the W with the little wings on the side looks like longhorns running forward to our prosperous future. And we are proud to run for the running FW owned by Fort Worth Herd.
As we leave this cowboy town, we invite all of our viewers when they're in Texas to stop by and enjoy what we've shown you. This is just a tip of the iceberg. Come on down, folks, and enjoy the stockyards in Fort Worth. Back to you, David.